YouTube is generally a great platform which hosts a variety of content creators, allowing them to express and display their creative side, which millions of people enjoy each day. It could be music, science, movies, animation, games, or theories and stories. Something that viewers might often dismiss or not think about too much is the amount of work going into creating one single video, which could be anywhere between 1 minute, 10 minutes, or even up to an hour or more in runtime. A theory or story video that is compiled into a short 10 to 60 minute runtime could take anywhere between 6 to 50 hours of work. That is working 5 days in a row for 10 hours each day just for one video. On average, this number could be 10 to 20 hours, and that is only what I have personally gone through in the past several months, learning how to edit and how to work very fast. This number could be different for other content creators depending on what sort of content they produce and how fast or slow they work. Each story explained or theory video requires immense attention to detail when going over each game. Watching several other videos about the game if there are any to make sure you didn't miss anything, reading about the game and researching small details that are not clear in the game such as locations, names, time period, important events which happen during those periods, any medical terminology discussed in the game, and much more. And this is only if the game has one installment. If there are more, then all of those games need to be studied for one video. Then there's the editing part, rendering, exporting, uploading, and designing the thumbnail, which themselves take several hours. But certain creators, are more appropriately called something much less honorable, instead of writing their own scripts, doing their own research, editing their own videos, and coming up with their own topics, decide to find shortcuts and get some quick cash. Now, I don't think taking shortcuts is necessarily a bad thing, and at times they're important for achieving a certain goal. But the shortcuts these YouTubers take is far from honest and noble. What these channels do, which I found free of thanks to some of my viewers letting me know, is that they download the content of theory channels, cut any part associating the content to the rightful owner such as the face, logos, or trademarks, dub over them and re-upload them without having a shimmer of integrity to even give the original content creators any credit whatsoever. These channels often speak in different languages and might argue that they are offering an additional service to viewers who might not understand English. But if they truly cared about viewers and displayed any respect to the original content creators, they would simply write subtitles and attach them to the original videos. Or they would simply ask for permission before re-uploading the videos, not cut out the face of content creators in the videos or logos associated to them, claiming that they belong to them. These channels have literally zero integrity whatsoever, who even celebrate reaching milestones, saying that it's due to their own hard and back-breaking work, who even show contempt to the original content creators, not giving them any credit and ignoring any emails requesting the takedown of the re-uploaded videos, or just simple requests of giving them credits. About 3 to 4 weeks ago, I received a couple of emails from my viewers who I assume speak Arabic, telling me that a channel called Freemori XD, also having a name written in Arabic reading Amuri, re-uploading and dubbing over my content. I will try not to use the word steal as it might have different interpretations, and instead I will be quite literal with what this channel has done. This channel seems to belong to a guy who resides in United Arab Emirates according to the Social Blade records, but for some reason in his community posts, he informs his viewers when he will post the re-uploads in Egyptian and Saudi Arabian local times. You might ask how I know this and how I know he dubs exactly what I say on my content which he re-uploads. Well, it's because I know Arabic. I studied it when I was younger, and I bet he didn't know that. Let me show you a side-by-side of the videos he has re-uploaded next to the original videos of myself and some of the content creators who have always uploaded before him. I will also write down the translation so you could understand what he is saying. Granny is an entity which is proven to be of supernatural nature due to her glowing red eyes and immunity to gunshots.
جراني هي عبارة عن مخلوق خارق للطبيعة، وتقدر انك تستنتج هالشي من خلال عيونها البيضة واللي مع الوقت يصير لونها احمر لو عصبت، وبالاضافة لهالشي انها ما تموت لو اطلقت عليها النار.
She traps people in her house and cellar, including cells, presumably usually men. Due to a personal vendetta, she still holds, which we will talk about later in the video.
تحبس الناس في بيتها أو القبو والسرداب وحتى في الزنازين اللي موجودة، ومن المرجح أن هذول الناس يكونوا من الرجال بسبب الثأر اللي تحمله واللي راح أتكلم عليه بعدين في المقطع.
In the first game, several writings and a note on a scrap piece of paper inform the player that he isn't Granny's first victim.
في الجزء الأول من جراني راح نقدر نشوف العديد والعديد من الكتابات اللي موجودة على عدة أوراق مقطعة ومهترية لتبليغ اللاعب إنه مو الضحية الأولى لجراني، بل
The blood on her mouth suggests that she bites
فما يلمح بينها تعض ضحاياها أو حتى تاكل أجزاء من جسمهم. ممكن إنها ما تكون أفضل طريقة عشان تقتل فيها
as she has hand-designed a guillotine
لهالشي تحب إنها تحجز ضحاياها لحتى الموت،
as seen in the third installment.
مستمرة في عض ضحاياها وحتى أكلهم.
Hence why she has been thought of sharing resemblance to zombies.
وبالتالي نقدر نشوف التشابه بينها وبين الزومبيز مع المزيد.
This video will contain spoilers. With that said, let's begin. Nikki Roth, the neighborhood kid, accidentally hears cries for help coming from his neighbor's house.
تبدأ اللعبة مع مشهد لأحد الأطفال اللي ساكنين في هذا الحي واللي اسمه نيكي روث، لكن وهو قاعد يمر على بيت جاره وسمع أصوات غريبة قاعدة تطلب مساعدة من داخل هذا البيت.
He peeks through the window and witnesses the struggles of Mr. Peterson, looking an unseen person into the basement. Mr. Peterson breaks down crying, but then soon recollects himself and suddenly notices Nikki and catches him. This provides Nikki with some backstory of what happened to Mr. Peterson in a nightmare fashion. In a tragic accident, Mr. Peterson seemingly lost his wife, hinted out as a high heel is lying randomly on the street, with him slowly approaching his crashing car. Another nightmare shows how Mr. Peterson buried his wife and became the wreck he is now, as seen through his breakdowns, and his car crashed into the garden fence.
وبكل فضول قدر انه يتسلل من خلال الشباك الامامي وشاف جاره اللي اسمه مستر بيترسون قاعد يغلق باب القبو اللي موجود بداخل بيته على شخص مجهول، وبعدها وبشكل مفاجئ يبدا انه ينهار ويبكي، لكن سرعان ما تمالك نفسه ولاحظ نيكي مسكه على طول وصار الحين بداخل البيت، وهذا الشيء عطى نيكي الفرصه انه يستكشف سالفه جاره الغامض هذا ويعرف ايش اللي بالفعل صار معاه في الماضي. ومن الواضح من خلال الذكريات هذه اللي على شكل لمحات ان مستر بيترسون فقد زوجته في حادث سيارة، وتم تأكيد هالشيء من خلال الحذاء اللي مرمي على الشارع ومشهد لمستر بيترسون وهو قاعد يركض باتجاه السيارة. كابوس ثاني يظهر كيف مستر بيترسون دفن زوجته وكيف انه صار على هذه الحالة بانه محطم ومكتئب زي ما نشوف حالات الانهيار العشوائية.
After I got the emails, I tried to dismiss it and just let it go. After all, at that point he had a few videos of mine and I really didn't want the drama. I wanted to solely focus on improving my content and continue uploading the content that I love so much. After some time ignoring his channel, I suddenly got a suggested community post by no other than Amuri celebrating his milestone of reaching 100k, thanking his viewers and indicating that he's intending to create videos about Puppy Playtime Chapter 2, which of course he re-uploaded from other creators such as Terrico. This is a channel that used to post Fortnite videos until December when he decided to take other creators' videos instead of putting effort into creating videos himself, which proved to be effective as he could re-upload popular videos every other day very quickly, barely putting in any work himself, compared to his Fortnite videos which took him roughly around a week to upload just one.
اوكي السلام عليكم فحالكم شباب، معكم عمر عموري جاكم مقطع جديد.
In his community post celebrating his milestone, there was no mention of other content creators not thanking them for achieving this number, as he even mentioned himself, هذا العدد الكبير, which roughly translates to this is a big number. Sorry for the bad accent, it's not my mother tongue and I haven't practiced for a long time. At that point, going over this channel again, he continued re-uploading many more videos of mine, which I came across 6 videos being almost identical to my videos, and many more having my clips with certain effects, stock photos, and writings. Yet again, I tried to ignore it and just let it go, but after a few days, he kept re-uploading shamelessly and celebrating his achievements. It got to the point that when I was trying to think and write scripts and do my research, I couldn't focus at all, developing some sort of paranoia and knots in my stomach, constantly stressing I should put my face more often in the videos in order for them not to be taken and re-uploaded. That's when I realized creating content doesn't feel fun anymore and puts me under a lot of pressure, forcing me to do something that I'm not entirely comfortable with, being paranoid that all my work would be just simply copied. Having that unfair, horrible feeling just didn't seem right, so I decided to send him an email and request a takedown of my videos. After all, taking my videos without permission or credit and making money off of it is one thing, and making me feel so horrible that I can't focus on my own work and produce quality content is just another. So I sent him an email on 27th of March after weeks of going through hell, requesting the immediate takedown of the videos that he has re-uploaded, but of course, he didn't respond. More than 2 weeks passed after I sent him the email, and he continued re-uploading my videos, with the last two being the Granny Timeline and Hello Neighbor, being even more shameless than before, barely putting any sort of effort into even cutting them and just trying to rearrange the clips, completely ignoring my email, not showing any respect to the content creators whose videos he takes without permission and makes money from. If anything, he should know better than anyone else how much time and effort it takes to create one single video. And all he has to do is stop being lazy and come up with his own ideas and theories. But he doesn't. This is someone who made Fortnite videos before taking the easy scummy path of taking other content creators' videos who work day and night. That's when I decided enough is enough, and I could only resort to claiming my videos that he has almost fully re-uploaded, even letting him get away with videos which contain a lot of my clips and scripts. Fast forwarding a few days, I get an onslaught of hate comments from several different channels at the same exact time, all of them saying the same exact thing, having the same grammatical errors, and being copy-pastes. The comments at first read that a talented animation channel has publicly reported that I have stolen their videos, which confused me as I analyzed their videos, significantly changed their nature, and even gave the content creator credit, with the creator of the channel himself even commending my analysis of their videos. I kept thinking what could have instigated the onslaught of so many similar comments when I gave it a chance that it could relate to our boy Amuri. Interestingly, I found one of these channels that left one of these hate comments, also leaving a comment under that content creator's video, trying to stir up some sort of gossip and drama, which was responded to with an appropriate and self-explanatory response from another viewer. Coincidentally, almost at the same time of the first comments, I noticed that the YouTube copyright was made effective with his re-uploads being taken down. Also, I received a threatening comment from him on my second channel that he wanted to file a lawsuit followed by a semi-professional email, which suspiciously seemed that he took straight from a template. Threatening me to retract the already in effect copyright claims, or else. He also confirmed in his own email that he's taking my videos. He just forgot to mention his real name or the name of his lawyer to make it seem more realistic, and just put that cherry on top. The comments kept flooding even to the point that I'm making this video, becoming more and more clear that they are channels belonging to no other than Amuri. Amuri, not being very smart, uses the same channels commenting on his own re-uploaded videos and community posts, having identical texts at some points as if they are copy-pasted. The same channels he used to comment under my videos, having had copy-pasted the same texts, leading to the point that they blatantly mention that it is me who is stealing Amuri's videos, even though my videos were uploaded much earlier than his. The comments mention my actual name, something that you have to legally write down when filing copyright claims, alongside the email of your YouTube channel, which is a great flaw in the process, as the people committing the copyright infringement out of spite and retaliation could just use that information against you. This is why he thought he's being a genius by using my actual name in the comment section, thinking he's somehow exposing me. Even though I mentioned my name in an old video which I did a face reveal in. My name is Arman, also known as Armando, also known as R. To be more concise, I'm 27 years old and have a bachelor's degree in real estate management. And like many other graduates, I never did anything with my certificate actually. But please don't watch that video, it's really damn cringy. In my defense, I was just getting used to doing voiceovers and finding my style. Something disgusting and extremely disrespectful, however, that contributed in me making this decision to make a video about this, is that apart from lashing out and trying to spread gossip and fabricated nonsense, he resorted into using race and ethnicity and displaying his disgusting and appalling mentality. He kept copy-pasting a text referring to me as an Indian who's pretending to be British, as if it's an insult being an Indian, showing immense animosity. This is consistent with another channel having an argument with one of my viewers who came to my defense. If you're watching this, thanks Michael. He referred to me as a dumb Indian yet again pretending to be British. Exact words of the other channels. In this argument, he also thought it's a second channel of my own, which clearly shows he thinks that way as he has many channels himself, commenting under his re-uploaded videos to boost them and also using them to dislike my videos and write a chain of abusive comments. Honestly, it's so pathetic. First off, I'm very flattered that he thinks I'm Indian. I even have a tattoo written in Hindi. But unfortunately, I don't have the same quality of hair and beard that they do. And secondly, being British doesn't have anything to do with race. I don't think Amuri knows that any ethnicity and race could be British. And Amuri, if you are watching this video, which you probably are, I just want to let you know that a large number of my viewers are from India. And saying something like that is an absolute no-no. You should be ashamed of yourself, Amuri. All of these channels trace back to Amuri's channel. They all repeat the same exact thing. It's very unlikely they belong to actual different people, as I haven't seen Amuri make any public announcement against me on any of his active channels, so his viewers wouldn't be aware of any blatant nonsense he wants to feed them. And even if so, if these channels actually do belong to different individuals, they would at least say something different. Things like, Amuri has said this and that about you. But all of these comments are the same uncreative copy-pasted texts. If he hasn't somehow communicated with these channels, who all in synchronization send the same hate comments, which all get 3 to 7 likes within seconds on older videos where new comments usually get buried in. This guy is probably one of those bot masters who owns multiple channels, which he uses to constantly boost his own re-uploads. At first, I literally felt bad for having no other option than to copyright his re-uploads, even though he dismissed my emails, kept re-uploading shamelessly, celebrating his milestones carried on the back of other content creators, but ultimately, it was the only right and justified way to tackle someone like him. I'm against misuse and abuse of the copyright system, and it should be the last resort. I even use content under fair use from other creators, but I tend to give them credit anywhere possible and significantly change the nature and purpose of the videos. But the fact channels like Amuri blatantly re-upload videos, showing complete disregard and disrespect to the very content creators they make money off of, sending an army of bots hurling abuse at anyone confronting them should never exist on YouTube and should be removed from the platform. That is the only right thing to do with such despicable individuals. Not only do they devalue the work content creators put in for making videos, but they make them feel horrible, taking the joy out of content creation, and sending abuse, writing racist comments, and spreading propaganda and gossips. It's just so low and pathetic. And it is an absolute disgusting behavior, especially for someone who can easily influence so many, having the privilege of being here. I know Amuri is possibly watching this video, whether trying to use the same texts to throw insults or fish for new content to re-upload. But all I have to say, Amuri, just have some integrity, buddy. Instead of using other content creators' videos, their titles, time-consuming research and scripts, and all the effort they put compiling everything together, Just put some work and effort into creating content yourself, and you would have all of my blessing and support for that. Anyway, it's been your host Star, the wannabe Indian Chad, who also pretends he's British. I will see you on the next video. Take care.